At you, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely excited for this one, and can't wait to see what happens. An official best out of 3, going to be a lot of fun, and looking forward today. What's going to be a great day ahead of us. Of course, 2 rounds of the losers bracket action going to officially be coming at you. With that said, I'm Rick CBK. I am joined by the usual Mini Maga here. Mini, how's it going?
Yeah, man, I'm going good, and somehow recovered from yesterday's voice raping. So just about. I haven't actually talked the whole day today because I've been trying to save my voice for today, Breaky. This is what I do for you.
Good
I'm
call.
joking. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Seeing as Tree and Reason, one of these teams are actually going to drop down to gold, man. So I'm looking forward to this game. It's going to be a good series.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually here, and I still can't believe that. But anyways, with that said, so, joined by Mini Maga here. But actually, today's going to be another fun cast day in the sense of we got a special guest here. I'm sure many of you already know this. We're going to be joined by the one and only Zlapt of Sync Esports. Zlapt, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to this game as well. It's not like I don't think anyone expected either Reason or Tree to drop down to gold, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting game for sure.
I mean, there was no doubt. We looked at the bottom portion of the brackets in the podcast, and that was the set. You guys, you up there, you versus Prime Icarus, Nightreed versus Null, so definitely great matchups as well. But the bottom portion was definitely intriguing because we knew that there was a chance that this could have been a possibility as far as a matchup,
yeah.
and it just so turned out that that's how it happened. So, very interesting stuff. Now, obviously the draft is going along, but before we get too much into that, I want to point out one thing here. I'm sure people have picked up on this as well. You might notice a name over there on Willowkeeper that it's been a little bit not around the hot seat lately, but coming back at least for this cycle, ringing for them currently, the one and only Hanskin, formerly of BMG, of course, the captain. He's actually stepping in place of Baltazar for it today. Again, it's just simply ringing from my understanding, so let's not get too overboard as far as what this actually means. But he's back, so it's safe to say, he's been out of the hot seat for a little bit here since Cycle 1, of course, so I kind of wonder how that's going to play a role. I mean, you got to figure that's a big factor, especially with so much on the line here. I mean, either one of you, Zlapt, do you have any insight on this? Has Hanskin maybe been playing at least a little bit of Han, or is this kind of...
No, he hasn't. As far as I understand as well, he's just a ringer. He just came back to help them out because they were missing out on a player for a couple days here. But I don't think he's going to have... I don't think he'll be leading the team, so to speak, and they can't really, rotate into putting Hanskin on junglers because they never play junglers usually. So I'm very, very intrigued at how they're going to be laning or setting this up because I don't know what role Hanskin will be sitting on.
Yeah.
I think
or
what
they're going to do. Is he going to play carry?
I'm pretty sure he's going to play carry because from what I know a little bit, he's been playing obviously in Dota 2, and I think he plays carry in Dota 2 a little bit. So I'm assuming he'd be playing carry here. I can't obviously give you 100%. Oh, it might be mid then, but I'd assume he'd be playing carry though because most of Tree's players, they're kind of set on their roles. They're obviously great players, but they have to play those roles if it makes sense. And obviously, with Battlestar missing, Hanskin will most likely have to play carry. So,
all right. Well, that'll be interesting to see.
I mean, Quincy thinks mid, so I think he's going to be suicide. So
Quincy's crazy, so I mean.
That's obviously that is a big point to bring up though. I mean, yeah, Hanskin, he is a typical jungler secondary support, but he's replacing a carry in the sense. So it's like, is he actually going to be the carry? Will Boxy maybe step in that role? Will somebody? It's going to be definitely intriguing to see who steps up where in the end. And you got Reason Gaming over here, as we stressed a lot. This is a team that's been practicing a lot, especially this last week, and even more than that, really getting ready for the cycle. Let's just say, I'm sure it was a little disappointing to get 2-0'd by BMG in the first round, but
Yeah, I gotta bring up an interesting point. Not meant as a flame or anything, but the past 3 weeks, Reason and Tree have been scrimming each other. Only those two teams have been scrimming each other all the time. And sure, that's fun. You get a lot of practice in, but at the same time, you're practicing against one team. You don't know how the other teams are playing, so I'm honestly not surprised over the results that both of these teams dropped down because they've been preparing so much, they've been practicing a lot against each other, but they have learned nothing about the opposite teams. So I am not surprised to see them here. And another interesting thing to bring up is that Tree has actually probably an 85% win rate against Reason in over 50 scrims. So in terms of scrimming, Reason is way ahead in terms of win rate against Tree. So if we're going to be looking at stats here, aka Quincy, Reason has a little bit of an advantage here in terms of scrimming results.
Yeah, and again, you got to look at the hand skill once again. And the fact that he's ringing, I mean, nothing
Yeah,
against
well,
him, but I mean,
yes.
that throws off team synergy. You know, he has been out just a little bit recently. Is he going to be playing a role he's not used to? So there's a lot of factors that it seems like Reason maybe has the edge, at least as far as the matchup is concerned. But obviously a lot to come down. Now, we haven't even talked about the heroes that have been picked up yet, so let's go ahead and look at what we're dealing with. The full lineups here, we got Andromeda, Revenant, Engineer, Corrupted Disciple, Kraken over here on the Legion side. That's actually kind of an interesting lineup put together. Minnie, we'll start with you. What do you think of this Legion side?
I mean, it seems so different from what we've been seeing the last couple of days. Obviously, yesterday it was more of a team fight and sort of push, line up and draft, and this does seem a little bit more Reason gaming, like Engineer, Andromeda, 2 roaming supports that can have a lot of impact early on in the game, and then obviously you got Imberboy on rather of a hard carrier, and hopefully we'll sort of just carry him into the late game, and this does seem a lot more Reason-esque than what we're normally seeing from them recently. So
yeah.
These teams trialing quite a bit, and I mean, recently I've seen them do a lot of, and you're right, by the way, Hanskin is on Dr. Repulsor.
Huh.
Yeah. Yes! Got something right!
I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a trial in here, the Devo Empath Glacis, I would say, and then a Solo Magnus and Dr. Repulsor, so that's going to be very interesting. On the Legion, though, what would you think the lanes would be here?
Well,
I mean,
yeah, you go ahead.
It's gonna be hard. I don't know. If they do run a trial lane with Revenant, then obviously they'll have to have the Andromeda and Engineer to sort of set up stuns, but at the same time I think that they might be in danger of any trial lane that Tree are going to dish out as well, because
I'm thinking that as well. Yeah.
I mean, they got good burst potential on either side, so it's just, I guess, they're going to rotate. They're all rotating at all 5 up here, so I don't know how they're going to lane, to be fair. But.
It's really going to come down to who initiates first, because I feel like whoever goes first will be able to pop one of the heroes down, or if someone gets hooked in, obviously, by Devo, that should definitely be a kill, because it's going to be hard for Legion to turn, considering if they hook either Andro or NG, they don't have like a counter stun to save the other target, so I feel like the Hellborn with a hook in should always win the matchup. But we're not even sure that they're going to be laning that way.
Yeah.
But both teams are running into the opposite jungle.
Oh, the good old both teams avoiding one another. They tried to make some action happen, but obviously.
I was expecting a Conger here on Hellborn, but that didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. Will Keeper ain't going to do that twice. at least not yet. Maybe next cycle.
Not yet.
So yeah, as you mentioned, worth noting, Hanskin definitely playing the Dr. Repulsor here, so in the sense it looks like he is kind of playing that carry role.
Oh, wait, Minimag, did you say he was playing carry in Dota 2?
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I guess he got more,
sure.
yeah, well.
I wonder if he's been playing some
pretty
Storm
sure.
Spirit then. I mean,
That's very possible. Very possible. Because if he's been practicing a lot on the carry role in Dota 2, then I guess he could have taken over a little bit of the experience here, so shouldn't be a problem. Magnus might be in huge trouble up here, though, because he will not have his Steam Buff, and could be a kill. Let's see.
Uh-oh, yeah, here we go. Andrew going in. There's the Comet stun, the Electric Tide, everything being used. He does put the stun out. As I said, no Steam Bath to get away further, but it doesn't matter. The stun was enough, and he actually gets away right there. I mean, was that bad positioning, you think, by Reason, or was that just not?
No, I think actually they did that perfect. Like the keg hit exactly when the stun was over, so Magnus never had the time to stun away. So I actually think they did that very well. Sadly, wasn't enough damage. But I also do think that they could have positioned themselves differently, so he couldn't stun away, like you said. So a little bit of bad positioning. However, the stun rotation was perfect.
Yeah.
So positioning a little bit better, and they could have gotten the kill.
But it's hard how they couldn't really run up to him though, because they had to they were coming behind this tree line, so they wouldn't have. The stuns don't last that long either, so I don't know if they could have.
No, but if someone moves on the left side, like if they force him to run right, he's going to die. So if they just cut off the left side of the kill, like of the lane, he will not be able to get out. So as you can see here, Tree has now been rotating to a dual mid, dual bottom, and you can see that NG is moving towards mid as well. So it's going to be a 1-2-2 on both sides, having their short lane solo, and Kraken's in huge trouble. He's going to die.
Yeah, is he? The decay is taking him down. It's just a matter of time. Sure enough, there you go. Boxy gets credit. So, I mean, these lanes, though, it turns out we, kind of guessing what they're going to be. I mean, how about this, though? They send the Devo Empath long lane. They ultimately have the Dr. Glacius mid, and then they just leave Kraken solo top. I mean, do you think this makes sense? Obviously, a Bloodlust kill happening, it helps with that. But does this make sense to you guys?
I don't know. I feel like CD can beat. Yeah, okay, good. If he wrote, yeah, good. I feel like CD can beat Magnus himself, especially. I definitely think like CD can beat Magnus himself. So I feel like they should leave him top here. Maybe make sure he's got his boots now, so that should mean that he'll be safe for incoming ganks. So rotate Andromeda to mid or bottom would be my suggestion. Might even leave Revenant mid and go Challenge bottoming, like push them out of there.
All right.
I would say. Because like a Kraken and Devo with equal farm, I would say Kraken has a little bit of an advantage. So if they manage to help Kraken out there so Boxy doesn't have a huge advantage, I feel like he can win alone in initiation mid. Doctor's going to die.
Doctor gets pulled in right there, pushed in even with the keg set, I should say. You do see Revenant taking some good return damage, but not nearly enough. Port is coming in from Empath. I mean, that was way too late. So that's really a wasted port in a sense by Rudizy, as he comes here by really no cigar yet. So it almost is like a trial in middle. Obviously, good rune control coming out from Andromeda right there, picking up the invis and ultimately setting up that kill into the middle lane. So kind of tying things up at 1-1. Empath now roaming back towards the bottom lane, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
as you can see, with the help he got top, CD is actually pushing away Magnus. As soon as Magnus moves in range, he jumps up, hits him, backs off, gets the creep all the time. So because of the help top, he now has boots, and Magnus literally can't do anything. So I feel like TP's Priceless should just stay between mid. Possibly even Rev Ward behind the mid lane, because he should know that they will have a ward there, because Hellborn was aware that they're trialing top. And when they're aware of that, they will most likely have a ward to see the rotation from top to mid. So if he gets a Rev Ward and keeps rotating mid, that would be really good for the leading team.
Yeah, I mean, they can't even go LS to the initiation top lane, but Magnus is going to be fine. But no, you said before that, like, what maybe one of the sports should rotate bottom, but I think it's too late now. Like, if even Andromeda or Engineer do come down here, they're going to get wrecked by Devour and Empath. Like, this Devour's 400 GPM at the moment. Like, yeah, Kraken versus Devour obviously would give edge to Kraken, but he's given up too much sort of away to try and take it back now. So I think Andromeda has to sort of stay top or mid here and be able to rotate bottom.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kraken's doing easy camp.
that's never a good sign. I mean, it's obviously, making the best of a bad situation, but yeah, never a good sign when your short lane Kraken is forced to go to the easy camp over here. Not even stacked for that purpose, but it actually does put it far enough away where it does stack. Haystrom bottom. Glacius is running to it. He's going to get there just before both Engineer and Kraken do. So no bottle by any means, but still Glacius picks it up. We'll see if they can maybe make something happen with this. With that said, top lane, what is Corrupt Disciple doing? He's diving big time. This could come at a cost, though. Port coming in, stun already used by Magus, trying to block him now. The hook, it will connect. Beautiful hero blocking from Kraken right there. The electric tie comes out, but it's not enough in the end. Down goes Imbaboy on Corrupted Disciple. That was well played by Kraken on the Magnus, man. A great port in for Boxy, obviously, to set up that kill right there. And now middle lane, actually. Empath, okay, no. Empath's going to be porting back to the bottom, it looks like.
I don't really understand why Imbaboy does that, because he already has like such a huge advantage on top. And look at Kraken's GPM, he's at 110 even with that assist. He was completely boxing him out of the lane, so even going for that, well, I guess big play was a little bit risky, and I don't feel like he needed to do that. And obviously, it went in Tree's favor.
Yeah, oh my god, that's gotta hurt Embry right there. He completely missed the Tsunami charge for the guarantee kill. I mean, that's one of those. I mean, it's not the easiest to land, but he should have landed that right there. That was just simply a misclick. And, well, Empath Rudizy luckily survives, and I'm sure his heart was racing, but again, survives in the end, and that's good news for him. Bad news for Kraken once again, especially with the start that he has. We got some top rune action, at least up in this area. We got Dr. Repulsor, Hanskin going to the jungle, actually. How about that? Doctor farming up a little of stacks early on here. Does this make sense to you guys?
Yeah, he can't really farm mid, though. Yeah, he can't farm mid. It's too dangerous. Like, you saw the Andromeda and Engineer all trying to rotate, and without level 6, he can't really stay in lane. So, and he's farming quite well, actually, into the jungle as well, like 270, even though he's died once as well. So it's the safe play to make.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, they don't really have any idea of what's going on, like, in between top and mid, so going towards the jungle will allow him to farm stacks and still get some farm. So I definitely think it's a correct decision.
Making some efficient use. You do see top lane trialing back up here. Engineer and Andromeda, I don't think they've really shown themselves yet, but you can tell Magnus, he knows something's up. He's playing it very, very passive. Obviously, there's missing calls happening, if anything. So not going to put himself in a position to get caught out. He is level 6, so experience-wise, he's doing pretty good. So Imbaboy, yeah, he dove earlier, ended up dying as a result. Overall, though, I mean, he's 36 and 18 creep farm, over 300 gold per minute right now. So even with that death, Imbaboy in the long lane, managing to actually do pretty damn well here. With that farm. Zane here in the middle playing the Revenant, 26 and 13, about 300 gold per minute himself. Now, Revenant, one of these heroes, especially when he's in the farming role, get the earlier levels and say if he's in that support role. Minnie, what do you think on this? As far as should we start seeing him move around here, using that Essence Shroud, perhaps looking to get some ganks, or continue to farm here in the middle for now?
I think he should wait till he gets level 8, because when he gets level 8, he can shroud like another person with him, and at the moment he needs to sort of make sure there's pressure onto the Doctor Repulsor, because if Doctor Repulsor has like a free sort of farm, a free reign in this sort of middle lane, then he's just going to snowball out of control. Like this whole sort of game is very, very aggressive, and Doctor Repulsor can really take advantage of that. Actually, middle lane though.
Yep, I'm sorry, Zane. Castus Curse kicking in right there. Good setup coming out. Obviously, Doctor with the lockdown and the follow-up from the dual support coming in. So yeah, the dual supports on either side definitely doing a bit of roam right here and actually making some kills happen. More so in favor.
Yeah, very good rotation there. Very good rotation. You can see that Empath's moving behind, but he will. Oh, he doesn't see him with the ward. Oh wait, that's there. No, it was their ward.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. Didn't he not see that? Yeah. Well, sadly, we'll not be able to get that off, and Fusen lane ward's top there for the Hellborn team. They're actually trying to dive top.
I mean, the tower is in deny range, if anything they want to do for that. So the port was coming in, but it actually canceled, realizing that they're not going, and Kraken just denies it in the end. So, I mean, yeah, you got the dual support and engineering and Andromeda. They've been spending a bit of time up here at the top lane with really nothing coming of it. It looks like they might buy TP right here. In fact, Andromeda does, as Corrupted's actually porting bottom here. So rotations coming out across the board, it looks like.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what are they going to do now when they push up the top tower? Like, how are they going to rotate to the lanes? And it looks like Bray is still just farming, like, the jungle and Nisa camp and trying to get some XP mid whenever it's free. And then they rotated CD bottom, so very interesting. But CD is going to be very vulnerable here to incoming ganks with Devar. They have no vision in the bottom lane. They have one ward mid at the moment, and yeah, they have absolutely nothing for bottom, which is why he's pulling instead of walking up to the lane. And there's 4 heroes mid right now, but they're all spotted by Fusen's lane ward.
Yeah.
So sadly nothing will happen there either, but they should really not leave Magnus alone here top. Sure, he's at 130 GPM, he's very, very, like, shut down, but it's a Magnus. He has his volcanic touch soon, he'll be able to recover in no time.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave him alone here, so I feel like they need to do something.
Corrupted, no, he's able to dodge that hook, the hook wasn't at the best angle either, so Corrupted could be fine, but that goes back to the lack of vision. I mean, Corrupted really had no clue. That was just simply a little bit of luck that he's able to avoid that. But here comes Revenant with the Essence Shroud, Invis, Empath open on, and People's applied. All 5 are here, and Empath is like, all right, you got me. Calm down. And Devour, in the meantime, the release of Kraken does hit. Hasted Devour, or Hasted Kraken to help with that, but he didn't really position himself the best right there to charge back, and Devour's
that definitely should have been a kill. He even could have charged him into the trees on the right, like. They have vision of Doctor mid. They know he doesn't have a TP. They have vision of Magnus top. They know he doesn't have a TP. They definitely should have like just looked up the heroes on the minimap and instantly known that there are no TPs, no one that can help besides the other hero that's not on the map, which would have been the empath, and that was definitely a free kill there on the right side of the trees.
Yeah.
Or even into the tower.
Well, missed out on that opportunity again. So yeah, no doubt Kraken has unfortunately missed out on a couple. We'll see if it comes back to bite him in the ass or not, as far as the eventual result comes down to. But Corrupted Disciple, you see his farm early on. He's got Steam Boots, Mystic Vestments. Again, he's up to 305. But how about Boxy, though? Boxy actually leading the way at that 370 gold per minute. Who does he play in the Empath? Okay, really? Apparently, it's first time playing the Empath. Yeah, as far as a secondary support is concerned. Usually not his go-to hero. But anyways, Devour, though, well on his way to a Portal Key, I would be guessing here. 1,700 gold now saved up and counting. At this point. So, it's talking about the Revenant idea, maybe waiting for some more levels. He is starting to use this Essence Shroud. With that said, a little more active. In fact, coming to the bottom lane, the Revenant is there. The hook on a Corrupted Disciple. Here comes Revenant, the wall off, though, in a pretty good spot. And Corrupted Disciple, he's going to be taking way too much damage. He does end up falling. Can they at least get a counter kill? No, they can't. Andromeda only level 3, not even close enough.
Hellborn
advantage?
MVP. No, Hellborn got the kill.
Oh, Hellborn got the kill.
Yeah, that's
I was like,
saying.
what do you mean by that? Oh, Toplin in the meantime, Engineer. Yeah, he's going to be picked up as he was up here by himself. Again, speaking of lack of vision.
I was going to say, actually, I would have liked to have seen Corrupted Disciple move top. Like, this lane has actually been pushed rather heavily from tree. If they can someone sort of static farm this lane top lane, maybe give him a ward into the jungle on the right, put Kraken mid, like he's not really going to die to any incoming ganks, and then just put maybe Revenant in the bottom lane, or just have him roaming, because they should really try and take advantage of this top lane. Like, it's been pushed in so heavy, and obviously there's no tier 1 tower for tree in the top lane, and they're kind of just letting it. It's free XP and gold that they're not really utilising. You saw Engineer up there, but that's not the hero you should be farming up there, because he can easily get fed. But he's going to TP back again. I really sort of disagree with this choice. They should actually put Corrupted Disciple up here, Kraken mid, and pretty Revenant, and the rest of the sports bottom, and roam.
What do you think the Legion team can do right now is left?
I feel like they should have Revenant top, but I do agree with with the ward on the right side of the jungle, and then have CD bottom and Kraken mid, because right now they're just leaving mid open for Boxy to farm his PK. They should know that he's getting very, very close to that blink, because they did free farm bottom for a long time, and then it's just up to the supports to roam and get kills off. But they definitely should utilize the top lane, and I don't agree with the fact that he's pushing it out right now because they want to have it at the tower range and just deny farm from tree.
Agreed.
So a little bit of a misplay here coming out from Reason.
You see Magnus just farming up some stacks here in the jungle. Actually, 4 heroes all here on the side of Willowkeeper. Going to help some farm, I guess, amongst one another. Maybe go for a gank here at the top lane if they find the opportunity. There is dust on Dr. Repulsor, so despite it being Revenant, they could definitely set up a kill right here. So it's just a matter. And Revenant and Andromeda are actually the ones kind of running into them. More so, you see Treach playing this very, very passive. They go out, the dust comes out. They were guessing that they were going to be there, but that wasn't the case. They will spot Andromeda now, but by the time they do, it's just too late. So, trying to be guessing, but...
Oh, close hook mid there from Boxy.
Oh, he tried. Yeah, Boxy. Oh, yeah, in the middle lane right here with that portal key.
He just got his blink up, so they know he has blink now. But you can see Near, he was like hiding at his tower because they have no vision available on any of their heroes. So he was really scared in mid as well.
Yeah. Alright, well, bottom push will now happen as a result of this. Corrupted Disciple. Now, yeah, Corrupted kind of one of those interesting heroes, especially when it comes to item builds. I think more so recently, usually we see more of the Firebrand, maybe even Frostbrand, or the Geometer's Bane. Well, what would you guys think makes sense here? Zlap, we'll start with you. What do you think on Corrupted?
I don't know, it feels like he's really going to need a shrunk in this game. Like, no matter what, he's going to be needing a shrunk in this game. So I'd say that he just starts off with the Energizer and then possibly works towards a, No, Geobane would be fine, but no matter what, he needs to go Shrunken soon. Maybe just go Energizer Firebrand into Shrunken Head. And I would really like to see a staff this game, to be honest. Because it will give him a lot of survivability, and it's actually, people mistake staff for only being a stat item, but on CD it actually deals a tremendous amount of damage as well, so... And I'm a huge fan of staff on CD, really, but...
We have seen it before, I mean, it's definitely not out of the question.
Yeah. But it also stacks with Revenant's minus armor as well.
Beautiful
on
hook from Boxy right there on the Engineer, using that portal key to his advantage. Now he froze Engineer, hoping to try to mitigate enough damage. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but obviously it wasn't even really close enough in the end. So down goes Engineer. What do you think, though, Minimag? You think that makes sense? I mean, he gets the Energizer right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it depends on what kind of strategy Reason want to go. If they want to sort of just get Corrupted as farmed as possible, then I think you should probably rush Geobane and then go Shrunken. Like, Shrunken is definitely needed, as Lap said, but it depends. If they want to start team fighting, then I think you should just go Energize the Shrunken Head, but if they want to start farming, then just go Geobanes, because Shrunken's not going to help him too much in terms of farming. But yeah. I think Staff could definitely work, though. Like, there's a lot of, going to be a lot of early engagements, a lot of skirmishes coming out, so the Staff is going to help him, not with the stats, but because of the bounce effect, obviously, from Overload, and that's going to be useful. So, especially, it kind of synergizes quite well with Kraken as well. If they can get, 2 people in Kraken, then that's just going to wreck everyone in that Kraken element, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, and as they stated, it also stacks with invisibility. But what was I going to say? Considering their lineup on Legion, it kind of tells that they don't really want to team fight. They want to get pickoffs all the time with Revenant. So having that in mind, he could possibly wait out with the Shrunken a little bit and not go Shrunken straight away, I would say.
Magnus might be in a little bit of trouble right here. They have a Wardaside spotting it, but they couldn't really get the opening in the end. And actually, Magnus falls back before any jump happens, cleared up the creep, so it just so happened to be good timing. Gonna be fine right there. Kraken, he's still working on that portal key, not farming the best, unfortunately, 262 gold per minute. He still has a little bit of ways to go, about 1,000 gold saved up. Dr. Pulse, in the meantime, him and Devo really kind of splitting some ancient stacks here. Looks like Doctor got the majority of those. He now has 1,800 gold saved up himself. And so let's go to the other side now here, the other carry on the Hellborn team, Dr. Pulsar. He actually gets an Arcana. Now, I was going to say, Haxran, he went the Grimoire Power yesterday, and I feel like that's always kind of a debatable item. We know your teammate Flensmeister's left. Seems like maybe the Hellflower, even the Icon of the Goddess, powerful pickups. Does the Hellflower make sense? To another big hook on a box from Boxy. Onto Near right there, and down he goes. It's just such a strong tool right there. And obviously he's comfortable using it appropriately. Right there.
It's so perfect because there's no kind of initiation that Reason have. So even if they hook someone, they can't really follow up, or they can't sort of jump on Boxy if they hook someone in. So any kind of hook is just going to be a guaranteed kill until maybe Kraken gets a portal key, but that's 1,000 gold away. So they should just keep trying to hook people, and it's just going to get a free kill every single time it hits.
Speaking of his item build, I really feel like the Hellborn team, as Boxy said, they have no counter initiation. when they get a Blink on Magnus, I feel like they want a team fight all the time. So I would have liked to see an Icon of the Goddess straight away instead of a Hellflower, because I don't see the Hellflower being... Like, I see Icon being a way bigger impact here in the early team fights, and I don't feel like Legion will be able to take fights against Hellborn. Like, the advantage of this Legion lineup is all the pickups, as I said, but as you can see, the team fight lineup is currently in a really big lead.
Yeah.
So I would have liked to see him go on Icon straight away, because he's going to be very susceptible to ganks and being killed with the current item build. But if he gets this fast enough, he'll be able to farm another item, so I guess we'll see what he decides to do.
Comes to the middle lane right here and picking up a little bit of farm, at least what he can. So he's level 11 as well, and level starts scaling up. Speaking of that, Imba Boy here on the Corrupted Disciple, he actually just got a Quick Blade, so looks, I mean, you'd guess with that pickup, probably going to be more of the Geometer's Bane. Middle lane, Invis coming in. Those are both their own rev for, so they're not spotted. Dr. Pulsar, look at the damage, man. Mortification. That being maxed out, that allows for a lot of damage output as shown right there. And Doctor didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, no Vestment and no Glowstone. So as I said, I really would have liked Icon in this game, but definitely a Vestment. Like, I actually just noticed that.
Yeah.
They only have one Vestment on the Hellborn team. Obviously, he wants to get the Blink first on Magnus, so that's like that's nothing to worry about. It's going to be a dead CD here, by the way.
There's the start. The hook not really going out just yet. He's looking for the better angle. Magma stuns in. There is support nearby, though. In fact, Devour is taking a lot of damage. Glacial Downpour is used. Swamp onto Corrupted Disciple right there. Andromeda mitigating the damage because of that shield of his, but not enough. And Magnus now stuns in. So Devo dead for Andromeda so far. Magnus chasing. Can't get the kill. Dr. Pulsar flies in, though. He gets one. He gets two kills. Will he go for the hat trick? In the end, it looks like Hanskin is going for it. He pulls back in Revenant, and he picks up the hat trick. The beautiful timing from Doctor right there to come back into the fight after his death and end it very well in favor of Willowkeeper. Now even going to push the tower on top of that. So that just happened to work out just fine with the timing.
Yeah. You saw actually the hook from Boxy just didn't come out because they couldn't line it up, and as a result, it just went so badly for them. But luckily, obviously, Doctor came back to life and just wrecked and just wiped and mopped top after that, really. So, but yeah, you just saw the initiation from Troopers a little bit off point though, because they couldn't actually bring down Corrupted Disciple because there was no hook coming out from Boxy. So.
I don't know. I really feel like this Legion lineup needed an early lead or something to take this game. I feel like the Hellborn lineup is so much stronger in team fights, so I would like to see them group up soon, or at least try and get some pickoffs on Hellborn. Put the aggression towards the Legion team, take over their jungle, and just try and control the resources on the map.
Yeah.
Because they're quite far ahead now, and there's no way they can lose a team fight with the Magnus ulti.
Yeah, as Quincy really reiterating right there, and definitely making me notice too. I mean, Imba Boy's farm, this is one of the lowest performances we've ever seen him, and we were even talking about just yesterday, and we talked about it quite a bit, frankly, that he's used to getting that high GP. I mean, and the recent gaming definitely sets up their lineup around that,
top lane,
building around it. But this game just hasn't been working. We do see the top lane, the lockdown onto Devour, release crack, kind of pulling him in. He can't get away. He kept trying to run that whole time, but obviously it wasn't to be. And good setup kill up there. In the meantime, though, bottom tower will be pushed in by Doctor. And I think that's his third Arcana, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Hellflower going to be delivered to Dr. Pulsar right here. As he comes back towards the middle lane, this definitely could be a fight coming up here in the middle at this point. You see the tower, it's getting pretty low. Engineer kind of going into flank position, but Doctor coming in. There's the eruption initiation as well. The swamp from Andromeda coming out, but Corrupted Disciple, he's vulnerable to Doctor. Doctor comes flying out of nowhere as expected, but now Doctor, he's vulnerable himself. He's completely out of mana. He will go down. Empath coming out as he had the S1 on him. Cracking the charge. It does hit on the cliff, but it goes uphill right there, and it's just out of range. We saw that yesterday. We see it again today, and Magnus actually is going to be able to make the escape right here in the end. So yeah, that's got to be frustrating, especially since it hasn't been the greatest performance so far for him. But they will deny the tower, by the way, in the end. So, I mean, they're kind of a back and forth. The fact that Doctor died, I think, reason he's somewhat happy with that, but this is not going to help things. Kraken, he gets jumped on with the portal key initiation, the wall off to completely cut off his path, and he will fall. So, especially with that, then, I think it's safe to say a tree coming out on top there.
Definitely. Good Magnus ulti. They were sadly a little bit short on damage on CD before he got swapped out, but once again, they're low HP. Doctor coming in. He got the kill on CD, though, so that was good. But I feel like he's a little bit too squishy at the moment.
Yeah, and I just don't know what reason we're thinking. They're like trying to take a tier 1 when they're fighting against Magnus Eruption. Like you said before, though, they didn't have the greatest team fight, and actually, what is that?
What?
That's a long hook.
That is a really long hook. Holy crap!
It's very stretched out over there.
Let's not get too
This
crazy.
This hook is like inside Revenant.
She's going right through, yeah.
The old Devo hooking people.
It didn't
You guys
actually
remember that?
hit, did it?
No, it missed. But
No.
do you remember the old Devo that hooked on the way back?
Yeah, it hooked on the way back. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That took me a second to kind of absorb that. Yeah, that's right.
That would have hit the Revenant there.
That's very
nope.
true. Yeah, that was so unnecessary. We got Prisoner for that now instead.
That's true. Very true.
And it's AoE. Because that is...
No, but yeah, you can see him building a Firebrand here on CD. So he's going to be working that, probably going Shrunken after. But they're actually way more behind right now than what the stats are telling, because they really, really need a lead or something to happen right now. So as soon as this game starts working again, they need to make things happen. They did a really good kill up top on the Devo, of course, with the Kraken NG, which is really good. But yeah, they don't want to take team fights. They just need to move around now and get pickoffs, while Hellborn, well, they can pretty much just keep up the farm. But as I said, I really want to see them take over the Legion's jungle. Maybe even like with a hero that's obviously able to escape. Even Magnus being there, Doctor, both heroes have easy escape from the Legion heroes. So just any kind of aggressive play from Hellborn would be really good right now, and same goes for the Legion. And also, I feel like Reason shouldn't be defending towers because they will not be winning a fight. And the other way around, Tree should be defending every tower and just taking fights.
Yeah, I mean,
you were saying something.
Yeah, I mean, with Reason, though, obviously, they can't take team fights. They need to start ganking. And to me, like, their ward vision is just a little bit defensive. You've got one ward here in the top lane. There's a couple actually being held by TPS Priceless. But I don't know why they don't really utilise Revenant that much. Whenever I see Revenant picked up, they always have aggressive wards in the enemy jungle, or just aggressive wards in general, and try and get those pickoffs. At the moment, they're just trying to go all in and sort of farm on Imberboy, but he's not really going to be able to carry this that hard. So they need to make utilisation of their heroes with the Revenant, get some aggressive wards, and go for the pickoffs. We saw the big pickoff top on Devour. Just keep on doing that if they are to get back into this game.
Yeah. I want to point out here, while we are on this pause, looks like everybody's back, so hopefully not too much longer, but the other series, Nullstone Gaming versus Prime Icarus, actually the other losers bracket matchup, that is being covered by Diglett, as well as our Latino caster. We got Kronos over there as well, so you can check out those channels on Twitch if you're interested in watching the other series as well. So, but the one we're focusing on, and again, for good reason, Willowkeeper versus Reason Gaming here. We'll definitely keep an eye on those results. So yeah, the hook obviously misses right there as we figured, and Devo will instead just go to the middle lane and continue to farm where he can there.
Yeah. But they need some kind of items insane, because right now, as Minimag had said, they're not having aggressive warriors, and it's kind of a one core since they're focusing all their work on Emberboy. And I mean, Hellborn has a lot of stuff to deal with. Like, we have one hero, like they have the Hellflower and Doctor, they have the tons of AoE. Devo can ult him down because he's working on a Shrunken and will not be able to get cancelled. Like, there's so much lockdown on Hellborn, and that I don't feel like putting everything on CD will help them out here at all.
Yeah. Comes that push to the top lane. So, I mean, you were just talking about this lap, the idea of Reason maybe not worth defending towers at this point, especially tier 1s, but they're going to go for it. Emery misses the charge right there. And, this is going to backfire. Poland right there for Dr. Pulse. There's a TP. You see the energy field is down. Swap on to Dr. Pulse right there. They get a good amount of lockdown, actually, and Doctor goes down. So far, 1-for-1 exchange coming out. Now they got the tower kill on the Hellborn, on Empath. Jumps aside Glacius, actually. Not your usual target, but he just wanted to live, damn it. Mag was channeling up the Eruption. As soon as Corrupted saw that, the hooked up from box to the side. The Eruption doesn't do any damage, I don't think, in the end, but they still catch Corrupted with the stun, and down he goes. Devo does get picked off, though, and Revenant, Andro, and Engineer are still standing strong. Magnus, though, he wants another pick. He's going to go for Andromeda. He hits the stun. He can't auto-attack, though. The Steam Bath will be enough, however, when it's all said and done. Back over here, so kind of two fights going on. Empath, he's still dropping. The Revenant Mortification coming out. He dusts right there at the last second, just to maybe help for a counter kill. No, it's not going to happen, and that will be the end of that. So a lot of exchanging going on. I mean, numbers-wise, actually, Reason Gaming coming out on top there.
MVP Priceless there.
Yeah,
that was such a beautiful swap. Really, really beautiful. Like, he completely won them in the team fight by swapping in Doctor into the energy field. Once again, the squishy build on Hanskin not working out. I really want to see him pick up a Vestment, or, well, I guess if he goes Shrunken next, but even so, like, the build's not really working out at the moment. But a really, really sloppy team fight from Tree there, coming in one after one, and Boxy was obviously not there yet. I was very surprised to see Reason defend the tower, but obviously it worked out. I would say that they won that team fight. And yeah, I have a Priceless, beautiful swap.
Minnie, anything further to add?
Yeah, I mean, you just saw that swap, though, doing so much work. Like, I mean, with Tree, they're kind of all in on Doctor Repulse in that respect. Obviously, they got the initiation on Magnus and Devour, but after those almost sort of blown, then it's going to be Doctor who's taken control of the team fights, and they completely sort of segregated him off, actually cracking here in the bottom. Rune.
Yeah, they're going to go for turn kill, so he gets for this gun. There's another beautiful swap front TP is prized at just in time. Kraken stays alive. Down goes Devo. The energy field, don't know if it was necessary, but it's more so maybe a just in case if more came in. So it will get the kill. And again, he's just talking about the swap. I mean, that also shows the cooldown of the ability. This is a level 1. It goes down to 45 seconds. It's only even 65 seconds, though, at level 1. But, I mean, that's something else. Andrew's not our everyday support, and I don't even know if we really talked about this much, but, again, she got a change. It's been a little bit now, but her ultimate, the fact that it gives her all that armor after she swaps 30 right now, up to 50 armor.
CD's going to dive on him here.
At that point. So, you see Corrupted Disciple. Doctor going in. Not close enough, though. No. Reacts in time. And there you go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the ultimate from Andromeda is that nice little 30 armor, but, I mean, in this game it's not really that big of a deal because all the magic damage is going to be what's going to kill her if you just swap in, but it's always nice to have, I guess, but not the biggest of deals, to be fair.
You know, I'm also... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like the buff to Andromeda definitely like helps her out against physical damage teams, and it makes her not the typical I swap in and I die every time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, she's not picked up that often, but she is a great hero, which Priceless is showing this game. So, well played so far by him.
Well, she synergizes very well with the idea of something like the Engineers you were just talking about in that previous top fight.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a flex
into
ulti, but just more single target focused, obviously, rather than AoE. So.
What I need is just to have like 10 mines as well, and then just swap them
Yeah.
into them, and then just easy win.
That was
if they can pull that off, like if they can pull it off in a team fight, like Kraken initiates on someone and then swap in Doctor to the NG field, like they can kill him every time. Wait, team fight mid. I'm gonna let you do your
Oh
thing.
yeah, Essence Shroud coming out. Devour has no clue again. The lockdown, the energy field is there, so the Hellborn team can't really react the best. The charge hits, down goes Devour. Magnus though, he gets a beautiful stun. Dr. Pulse joins the party as well. Kraken goes down. Then Glacial downpour, even assisting on damage. Where's Corrupted Disciple throughout all of this? Well, guess what? He wasn't there the whole time. So 3-for-1 exchange. Willowkeeper coming out on top, and yeah, Reason Gaming picking a fight without their carry. Definitely a risky move in the first place, and it did backfire on them. Here they go to Kongor now. Is Willowkeeper, and this should definitely be a Conquer kill. I don't see Reason Gaming stopping this if they even know, as far as vision is concerned.
Yeah, that was another beautiful swap. Actually swapped in for the kill, but sadly it wasn't enough. The NG field, it was very important that he popped NG field there, because if he didn't, they would have been completely manhandled. But good NG field to secure the kill. Sadly wasn't enough because of Tablos on the Hellborn side, so well played by Root of Sea there, tabling his teammate out.
Yeah, but I mean,
just a complete turnaround fight.
they took a team fight though, 4v5. I think they initially didn't think all of Tree was there though, but at the same time, no one was farming top, no one was farming bottom. You have to assume that Tree are S5, and Corrupted Disciple just came in way too late.
Yeah, it was a poor decision, but I think that they thought that they were going to be killing him and then immediately getting out with the NG field.
Yeah.
But sadly weren't enough. So as soon as he got tableted away, the correct decision would have been to just run away.
Yeah.
But yeah, because CD wasn't there, as you said yourself. So
Yeah. See, look
yeah, we're getting some big items here on Hellborn, and yeah, it was right. He's going Shrunken on Handskin, so that's going to help him out a lot.
Okay. Still no investment, but at least we will have a Shrunken.
Still no investment, but yeah, hey.
We'll have a Shrunken ad, so that kind of makes up for that, I guess. Tablet even finished on Rudy's Deeply in the Empath. I was going to mention that, so yeah, speaking of a big
Yeah,
item.
that was how Krakus survived just before.
Yep.
Oh, he tableted him away.
Oh, that's right.
Incoming Revenant gang top lane here, but sadly they didn't find anyone. And you can see the more aggressive warding now coming out, as you talked about before. Minimag with one in the mid lane and one in the top lane. Sadly, that one in the top lane is honestly completely pointless because it doesn't give them anything.
Yep.
So I would have liked to see that a little bit further up, or possibly even a lane
the
ward,
right.
because they just want to see they want to see where people are on their way to moving, so they can intercept them before when they actually reach the lane. They don't want to have like lane vision or just rune vision, because that doesn't give them anything.
Yeah, I would
They
like
want to see where people are on their way.
on this ramp. Yeah, I'd like to see them on the if you have like this ward like 1,000 units to the right on this little ramp that sees like the easy camp and the medium camp as well. That's like perfect, but. Like you said, not the biggest deal, because like if you're going to farm the hard camp, then you're going to kill that and just get out straight away. Not the biggest of impact of tons of ward, but here comes Tree. They're pushing down the bottom lane. They've got Token as well as Shrunken on Doctor Repulsor, and I just don't think Reason are going to be able to even contest this. They don't have Shrunken on Corrupted Disciple, and I don't think they're going to be able to drop Doctor Repulsor twice, let alone once with the Shrunken head now. So it's going to be hard for Reason.
Difficult.
Definitely the correct decision, and sadly, Reason is not counter pushing a single lane. They know they can't take this team fight, but they are way to the lanes. As you can see, they're farming Ancients instead of counter pushing mid and top. And they have vision of everyone bottom, so they know no one's setting up on the lanes either. So they a little bit late there on the split pushing on top and mid. And honestly, Tree should just go base here.
That looks exactly what their plan is going to be. I mean, they got the token on Doctor, two and a half minutes really plus remaining on it. So, yeah, plenty of time there. Several creep waves that they can work with. And you see Empath, in fact, jumping inside Dr. Pulsar already. So we'll see if Reese Gimme makes a quick reaction here. He's going to try to buy some time. Andromeda gets hooked in right off the bat to lock in a follow. And no chance for her to swap or anything like that as far as reaction goes. So, again, the power of the Devo hook.
Yeah, I was just about to say that the only way like Reason can win this team fight is if they swap Doctor into an NG field and he respawns after token and they kill him again. That's the only way they're going to win a fight. Initiation going on NG.
With her dead, that's knocking out Magnus there, diving big time, but it looks like they're still in a pretty good spot. Magnus, however, he's taking a good amount of damage himself. He will end up falling. Corrupted Disciple doing some good physical in the background. He actually has 7 charges on that conduit, so that makes sense right there. And yeah, that's their case. Tree maybe overstepping their boundaries a little bit. I mean, they dove pretty damn far just for an NG kill in the end. Hook gonna miss right there, and now they're gonna be chased out again. Token alive, still plenty of time remaining on that. But I think Willowkeeper just gonna simply fall all the way back here. It's actually out of mana on Dr. Pulsar now. It's a matter of Kraken can maybe find him. In fact, Kraken putting himself in a pretty bad spot. Does he have the team follow up? It looks like here comes Corrupted Disciple, and Dr. Pulsar going in, but actually he's now in a bad spot himself. Will they follow for it? But here's the dangerous thing. If they kill Doctor, he will have mana to set up a turret, so it's almost risky to do that in a sense. Devourer does go down, however, and now they maybe, they want to go with the supporting cast. They don't want to go for Dr. Pulsar, it looks like. Swap on an Empath right there, and actually she will be pulled back and eventually killed out. So yeah, good decision-making, I think, by Reason Game and ultimately chasing them out of the base. As, again, Doctor survives, but at least they fight back. And again, Tree, though, overstepping a little bit right there, Minnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was so much indecision though coming out from Tree. Like they did overstep the bounds, but even when they was retreating, they had like 2 because they can't stay back. Like Dr. Pulsar did obviously have no mana, so it's hard for him to go back. But they were like in and out, and then Devourer jumps in, and then Hanskin tries to help, but he's got nothing, and so they just lose 2 kind of unnecessarily, really. But
I totally agree. I have no idea what they were thinking over there. They were like halfway going, like missed one hook, then missed another one, like. They were trying to, like, are we going to go in or are we not going to? Like, it looked like all 4 players were, like, on completely different terms. Like, none of them knew what the other one was doing. Yeah. And it was a little bit weird. Oh, that's interesting.
What was that?
Near PKs into Ancients and blocks them with a Spider-Man and TP's out. That's the next level right there.
It's anything to be efficient, I guess. So.
Yeah, but as Maggot said, definitely a lot of indecision coming out there from Tree. Guessing they thought they could turn or they couldn't, but yep, in the end, Reason coming out on top, but they still have the token up for another 4 seconds. Never mind. And now it's going to be tough for them to break base because they still have that NG Andro swap, and if they manage to kill the Doctor, like, Tree doesn't have that much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the same time, though, they still have quite a lot of map control. Like, they've got every single tier 1 tower for mid and top, and they're getting their aggressive wards up. And although they just get dewarded there by TPS Appliances, but they've still got the Hellborn advantage as well. So I think when Kongo's back up, they can just take Kongo, and with even more items than Doctor and on Tree, they should be able to take Rex, or at least high ground, the next push.
The problem is that they're not utilizing their lead or their map control or anything. Like, I haven't seen them farm the opposite jungle a single time this game. And you can see no one's pushing out top. You always want to have the lane over on their side. Like, you want to, like, have them be scared. But instead, they're just always sitting on their own side. Like, they're not farming efficiently right now. And also, Sana's been blocking a few camps every now and then with mines, which is actually making Reason out-farm Tree, which should never happen at this point in the game with the lead that Tree had. So I think it's definitely some wrong decisions here on Tree. They're not utilizing their lead at all.
You know, I was kind of thinking back to the draft here, and maybe you guys didn't even bring this up, but do you know when Dr. Pulsar was picked up on that? Was it their final pick by chance? Or do you guys remember?
Oh, why'd you ask me these questions, Breaky? I have no idea, man.
It was a 3rd pick. Okay, so Quincy's pointed out the 3rd pick. So my guess is it was before Corrupted Disciple is what I'm getting at. And if that's the case, it seems like Corrupted Disciple was Corrupted picking up before Doctor then?
Can't remember.
Okay, so no CD was there. Oh, okay, so it was picked up just before. Okay. Right. Dang it. Well, again, the point I'm getting at is it seems like Corrupted Disciple not the best hero against a hero like Doctor, for obvious reasons that Doctor flies around. He can't channel that conduit effectively on him in the end. It's kind of his anti-carry presence not as strong against that kind of hero, so.
No, but at the same time, a hero like Devo always wants to be inside the fight, and they're like after Devo ultis, he's pretty much just a walking hero that's not going to do much because they're going to be using him to lock down Corrupted, and if he doesn't succeed in that, he can just drain Devo. They ignore him and kill the rest of his team.
Okay.
So a hero like Devo is very good to drain, but as you were saying, Doctor is going to be is not going to be affected by the CD at all.
Yeah, so again, the anti-carry aspect, maybe not as powerful as it could be in other games, but yeah, he still is going to be able to get charges, I guess, as you're pointing out. Ideally with something like that, Devo's in the front line. So, yeah, as you mentioned, Token of Life obviously has worn off by now, so it's a good amount of time before Conqueror's going to be resurrecting, at least 3 to 4 minutes here, so wouldn't be surprised if the Hellborn team at least tries to sit around maybe waiting for that. But we do see Glowstone, by the way, picked up by Imbaboy, so you're talking about the Staff of the Master possibility. He went the Firebrand into the Shrunken, but now it looks like he's going to get that Staff of the Master here.
Yeah, I like it. Call those items. Easy.
Easy peasy. Hellflower coming out for Revenant. I mean, you got a full Demonic, I'm sure, going to be in the works for Kraken. So there's going to be a lot of minus armor definitely coming on the leading side.
Uh-oh, Empath.
From them. Oh, yeah, Empath getting caught out here. You see the hook attempt trying to save, but not going to happen.
Yeah, Rudosy being a little bit too far up for his teammates to look at. That was a little bit greedy by him. But yeah, when the Hellflower gets picked up by Sane, if they manage to get that off on Doctor, like that's going to be huge. It's going to be a complete fight in Legion's favor. Like I feel like they have so much to deal with this single core here on the Hellborn team, and if Hanskin is not able to like get his things off, then like Tree has no way of winning the team fight.
Yeah.
Well, Reason has 3 heroes that is going to do a lot, even if they shut down one of them.
It's going to be hard to get the Hellflower onto Doctor before he pops the Shrunken Head, though, because he's only got a tablet, so he's not going to be the easiest. Like, I mean, Hanskin's not like a bad player. He's going to pop Shrunken when he goes into team fight, so he should be fine in that respect. But if he can... would you even say you could maybe go Portal Key on Revenant just to make sure to get that Hellflower on Dr. Repulsor, perhaps?
Yeah,
what's your thoughts?
I
No?
mean,
I don't know.
what is he going to follow up the Hellflower with instead is the question. I mean, it seems like that could be a viable option, honestly.
Like,
yeah, but I mean...
Portal Key,
If he blinks in, he's going to die instantly. Like, he's not going to do anything. If he blinks into Hellflower to Doctor, then he's a hero with a Hellflower. He's not going to be like a carry hero. He's not going to be able to give his team his Q and W buff. He will not be able to do anything in the fight except be a Hellflower. Do you want your Revenant to just Hellflower a hero and then be useless? That's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking down
he will
Tree,
die, 100%. Yeah, but sure,
he
if
die,
he...
but I don't know. I think it's useful because, like, he'll just Portal Key in Hellflower onto Dr. Repulsor, and then you have follow-up on Engineer, ulti, and Kraken, and, I mean...
Yeah, but now you're not counting in the Hellborn team. Like, they're not going to sit and like wait for their Doctor to be Hellflower and then just not do anything about it. I feel like there's going to be immediate response if he goes in.
Yeah.
I don't feel like... I agree with you. The only way the Doctor is going to be Hellflower this game without the blink would be if he mispositions himself, because he should never be able to be initiated on by Kraken or anything like that.
I mean, even with Portal Key on Revenant, it's going to be hard to actually get the Hellflower off, really.
So no, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah. It's pretty YOLO build, but sometimes
the Doctor might be in trouble.
Yeah, as we say that, he definitely could be in trouble right here as the Andro and Engineer are here. I'm sure we're going to see that. There's the Energy Field, swaps it, man. The Keg Sound hits perfectly. Not the best staggering of the stuns, but it's more than enough damage to get the job done. Hellflower even coming at the last second. So, hey, that's an opportunity where they definitely have to get a kill onto him, and that's just the power of the Essence Shroud, getting in there.
Yeah.
Team wasn't nearby.
This is what they should have done ages ago. They've been way too afraid to use the Revenant here in this game. They could have gotten so many kills off with this. So I like it, but it should have happened a little bit earlier. But yeah, it's looking good for Reason right now, as I said, because of the single core on Hellborn here. Like the longer this game goes on, the more in favor the Legion is.
Yeah, because I mean, look at the golden experience though. They have been out farming Tree, as you stated before, because like you said, they're not really utilising the map. Like, I think it's the first time they've actually started farming the enemy jungle. That was like one medium camp, and now they're TPing back. So they've been sort of roaming around, but actually hit top lane.
Yeah, Magnus stuns in, corrupted top, nice tab of support though, Shrunken it onto Magnus, and Shrunken it also on a Devourer, who locks down Revenant. Revenant is going to fall in the background. Magnus still chasing. He has a stun coming up in 2 seconds. Portal Key in 4. Doctor flies in just out of range of Corrupted, though. A nice Hellflower to Engineer, however. That will stop his TP and actually going to get picked off in the process. So Corrupted Disciple will be fine, and they can pick off a couple of heroes. In the end, does Willowkeeper, as they're pretty far pushed up. But you do see the Staff of the Master pickup coming out from Corrupted Disciple, as he was able to survive throughout all of that. So yeah, still a good situation for Tree, definitely. And now they're going to make their way to the top lane as 5. But again, do they push you? Conqueror is up. They don't have a token, obviously, for the time being. So I would think...
They can take Tier 2.
You think
they don't have enough time to do Kong. They don't have enough time to do Kong. They have to get this tower, because it's going to take them 15 seconds to move over as a team, and then another 30 or 35 to kill Kong, because they don't have, like, Conqueror killing heroes, so to speak. So They will never get Kong at the current state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what the hell, Price? Let's get out of there.
What's he doing? Oh yeah, he's like, I got this guy. Yeah, no, probably not.
I got the deny, guys. I'm over here.
Yeah, I was like, no, is he gonna go for the deny?
Please don't.
It's pretty important that he's also level 12, you know, aka level 2 ultimate of his, because the range difference on that's pretty damn huge. I mean,
Yeah.
750, 975, and then eventually 1200 at level 3. So
There's just so much minus armor in this Legion team. Like when Kraken has that demonic with the staff on CD and the minus armor from Revenants in this, it's gonna be.
well, yeah, I mean, you got Andromeda too, the Aurora. You're looking at -5 from
yeah.
that. That's yeah. You look at this team.
Yeah.
This is not your typical minus armor. A lot of it doesn't have a pestilence, a soul stealer, like things like that, but. It has 4 to the 5 heroes have a way to minus armor on the Hellborn side, so yeah, that's.
They have minus 14 armor without without the staff on CD.
Okay.
Revenant, Invis, Aurora, and Demonic. They have
Okay.
minus 14 armor.
Well, no,
And
Torrent
look
as
at
well.
look.
You got Torrents.
Oh yeah, Torrent. Sorry,
-5,
even
so-
more.
Well, to be
Yeah,
fair,
that's on one target though.
Sure.
Mortification is magic armor though. Mortification is magic armor, so you
No,
can't really...
Invis, Essence Shroud.
Yeah.
Oh,
Essence
sorry,
Shroud
I
gives
thought you were
minus
talking-
4 armor.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about mortification. I was like, what?
No.
Yeah,
Because they will always initiate with you before a team fight as Revenant. You put Invis on your team, not
Well-
to get Invis, but to put minus armor on the opposite.
Isn't
team.
that what helps make Revenant just such a strong hero in general too? Like the fact that he has both of those minus armor as well as
Yes.
minus magic armor. It's pretty ridiculous, really. There's just so much amped damage all across the board that
And I mean,
has.
Look at the Hellborn's lineup. No Abyssal. They just picked up that Bulwark, so they have a Bulwark and they have a Ring of the Teacher, but no other team items. There's no Plated Greaves, no Sackstone. There's not a lot of armor in that team. If you look at the heroes, Diva has a 6 static armor. They're gonna literally be below armor, even with the Bulwark aura and the Teacher aura.
A lot of it, I really think, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it just comes to, like I said, at face value, you look at this Legion team, this is not a team that screams minus armor, really. It's just not your typical, like I said, the Pestles especially, a big one, it's like, okay, yeah, we want to get some armor here. Or like your really physical heavy heroes, like a Pandemonium or something like that. So I wonder if it's a mix of that, but also just, not really putting value into it enough, at least. But yeah, you got to put. I mean, Devourer is at 8.7 armor right here. You got Doctor 11.7. The guy with the Soulsborg Magnus says 17.5. He currently has a defensive, and I would think he's going to keep that defensive. I don't think there's any point to have that offensive here for the Hellborn side.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a tough team fight here. It's all going to come down to initiation from either team, really. And we might have a team fight here around Kong because Reason has no vision over Kong, and they're probably thinking that, oh shit, they're inside Kong, we want to do this. But I'm not so sure, yeah, who? Oh wait, he went Shrunken on Kraken before Demonic. I guess I can see why, but
I don't think they should contest
that's
Kong,
fine.
though.
Yeah.
They need to
Yeah, they
contest
really
Kong,
should.
They can't give a token over the Doctor Repulsor. He's so squishy to kill now. They haven't token, then they're gonna blow all their big spells just to get him down.
Double
once,
damage in here as well. Oh man, this is interesting. But yeah, they don't have any vision in the Congo Pit itself. Andromeda's going to charge in though. Here we go. Swap on a Doctor Repulsor. Energy field is down. There's the Shrunken Head though. Double damage is still there. Actually, Doctor though flying around. Shrunken Head of course allows him to do that. Locking out Engineer. Revenant in the meantime. He's being locked up by Devo, but Corrupted Disciple. Look at him. His conduit's up. His what is that? His ultimate is supercharged, I guess, is up in this case and doing so much damage. Double tap for Hanskin though, as he's flying around. Just enough mana to get over the ledge. Gonna be fine. Buyback those happening on a Willowkeeper, including Magnus. He comes back in. Kraken taking some good eruption damage, but he pops his Shrunken Head after the fact, mitigating a little bit of it, but still might be enough in the end. It looks like it will be. Andrew did as well, and now they catch Corrupted Disciple, so the buyback successful for Willowkeeper. They completely clean up with the genocide, and now they're going to go back to Condor. No, they're going to push middle here, it looks like.
Man, I think that actually worked out worse for Reason. They had a good start and they actually dropped, I think, 3 or 2 heroes instantly, but then that worked out even worse because they just brought back, and then all the big cooldowns ultimates from Reason, they weren't able to use them the second time.
The problem in that team fight was Imbaboy chasing after Iglesias, who eventually tabloed himself away by Empath, and the targeting on Reason that fight was horrible. Even so, his team was initiated on in the background, and Imbaboy decided to chase the supports in the top. They still would have lost because of the buybacks. It was very good buybacks, but that was a little bit Imbaboy's fault there for going for the wrong heroes.
Yeah. So. decision-making there throughout that fight, perhaps really costing Recent Gaming. But yeah, buybacks obviously playing a big role too. You do see Emma Boy buying back himself, so at least they get that to be used also on Willowkeeper. Not able to get the racks, but they get the tower and a buyback, definitely worth it. And now they're going to go back to Conquer possibly. I mean, a double damage Rita is here, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just try to finish him off. Yeah, exactly. That's I thought it was good. Well, because I saw Kraken going, I thought he actually picked it up and then went in the fight, but he literally ran like right over it and then he went into the fight. So I don't know if that was just he didn't see it or maybe he thought he clicked on it, but a little unfortunate there perhaps. But they get Conquer killed as expected. And now you have a token of life on the Dr. Pulsar. So, we're sitting here talking about the minus armor and the scare here for Recent Gaming that they have in their favor. But Willowkeeper, especially after that one fight, they put themselves up pretty big time. 17,000 gold, 13,000 experience now. And a very scary Dr. Repulsor especially.
I mean, the good news though is that reason they have a very good team actually defending high ground because they've got the Kraken, they've got the Engineer, and then they've still got the right click potential from Corrupted Disciple. So Tria's still going to have a little bit of a hard time actually breaking base. They did take the tier 3 down bottom, so if they are going to take an engagement or go for high ground, it should be from the bottom lane because they won't have obviously the tower there to sort of help defend. But still, they're still going to have an issue, although they do have the Doctor Repulsor token. But still,
yeah, going
to have some issues breaking base.
Yeah, I was looking at the items here. They were a little bit inconsistent in what they were going to be buying. They ended up buying Blessed Orb on Devo and then Abyssal on Glacius. They were like selling, buying to figure out who was going to be doing it. And what did Hanskin buy? He bought an item. He has something in his...
he bought Mystic stuff. He's going for Shivas.
Oh,
Frostfield, yeah. Frostfield. Yeah.
Here we go, Revenant
yeah, he might be in some trouble. The Revenant again coming in. There's a swap on top of the enemy. They've done this so many times this game. They lock him down. It's going to stay there as it comes up, so Doctor's still in trouble. He gets a Storm Spear from his teammate. The hook on it, drop into the back gun. She eventually will fall. Doctor's able to barely get out of there alive. He doesn't have the most lifetime, but here comes an eruption. Shrunkenheads are up, however, so not going to be the most threatening in the world. Corrupted Disciple, does he have a Shrunken up? Yes, he does, but it wears off right there. Locking out Devour, but so is Corrupted Disciple, and he goes down. Dr. Repulsor was something alive. He's flying around left and right, staying alive, getting kills. He does fall in the head as Kraken lands a turret, but it's going to come at a cost of genocide yet again for Willowkeeper. And that's one of those dagger in the heart right there.
Yeah, man, Hanskin played that team fight so well. Even though he dropped out so quickly, yeah, he just like kited the whole team every single time. He dodged the stun from Engineer, dodged the Kraken charge. Man, Hanskin, he hasn't been playing a lot of home, but he definitely knows how to play still, man. Like, he was on ball with that team fight right there.
Yeah, a lot of great dodges there, but that was also beautiful execution in the start there from Reason. And, well, Empath saved the day again with the Storm Spirit there, because, like I talked about before, the only way to kill a Doctor with token is to make sure he dies inside the engine field and respawns without.
Yeah.
So, beautiful Storm Spirit there, actually winning the complete fight there, so excellent play from the support, and then Hanskin, of course, playing beautifully there, dodging several stuff, as Minimag had said. So, well played by Willowkeeper there, definitely.
Indeed, and again, the ladies just said this is one of those leads where it's at a point of I don't know if Recent Gaming is going to have much hope of coming back, but still going to put in an effort. I mean, hell, they just lose their first melee racks right there, so understandable that going to hang in there at least a little bit longer. But the lead that Willowkeeper has is pretty damn big at this point. And Dr. Pulse, you mentioned, sure, he's dead. He's going to be resurrected right here, but remember, he actually has a Frostfield plate as well, so even his inventory having 2 empty slots right now. One of those is going to be filled up with that item, as you see right there, and the Homecoming Stone. So all of a sudden, yeah, it's back to being very, very powerful, as you would expect. So, yeah, and that goes back to, we're talking about all this minus armor, but look at that. I mean, not only the Frostfield plate, but there's the full Demonic Breastplate now coming out. You mentioned the Abyssal Skull. So it's like all of a sudden they kind of just hit. It's like, yeah, we need to.
They must have listened to the cast.
That must have happened. The delay kicked in. They're like, you know what? Those guys are correct. We're going to do that. We will take all the
but yeah, I really like it. I'm glad to see that they decided to pick up these items, because now they're kind of. I'm sorry, I'm not going to use that word because then saying it's going to flame me. They're building up their armor and their team, I'll say it that way, which is really good.
What, tanky?
Neglect. They're neglecting the...
Why does he not like that word?
I don't know. He keeps flaming me every time. Long story, yeah.
Flame up.
Too little time. Middle lane,
yeah, if Tree wins another team fight, it's game over, because they have no buybacks on Legion here.
Reason trying to do that smoke cake once again with Remnant. They find Devour. Solid target. The energy field not the best. There's a swap to Devour. Okay, not a Dr. Pulsar, but at least locking him down. They get the kill. Doctor, though, flying around with that Shrunken Head. As you'd expect, doing plenty of damage. Eruption off in the background. Magnus Shrunken Head up himself, mitigating plenty. Corrupted Disciple is still well alive, though. Dr. Pulsar currently out of mana, but they picked off 3 of his teammates on Corrupted side, and so mission accomplished once again. So despite the initiation from Reason. Tree once again still coming on the top. And as you're just saying, I mean, it's one of those cases, really just one more fight maybe. I don't know if that was absolutely it, but they're going to now push
it
it
is because Imba Boy's staying bottom.
Oh, there you go. As you call it, the jump happens. Kraken comes in, but a nice line stun by Magnus right there just in time. Frosty Play comes out, trying to prevent the kite. It is successful. Down goes Corrupted. He does not have a buyback, and I'm sure we're going to see those GGs coming up here any second. Game number 1 officially going to Willowkeeper here in this best out of 3, and whoop, that's the game apparently.
Yeah, we got kicked out.
I got kicked out, right?
Yeah,
It isn't just
everyone.
me.
It's okay.
Connection failed.
Apparently there are some server issues once it gets a login issue. So obviously we're gonna have to look into that. I know it's being dealt with and everything behind the scenes, but hopefully it doesn't prove to be too long of a delay here. And we'll keep updated on
just
that.
regarding the last 2 fights, they played really well. They waited out like Corrupt Disciples Shrunken. I'm not sure if you saw, but he once again could not get a target. He ran up after the Devo, and he was like, "Oh shit, why would I kill Devo?" Then he ran down, and then he ran up, and then he just ran away because he couldn't do anything. So they kited him really well, and as soon as the Shrunken is out, they obviously have a lot of lockdown on Hellborn, so he wasn't able to do anything there. So yeah, well kited.
Yeah.
And good team fights there in the end. Very good job.
Minnie, any final thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I just think they initiated on Devara, which is kind of the wrong hero. They needed to initiate on the Doctor of Hullsucker because he was just doing too much work in the team fights in the end of the day. But in the end, Tree do take it. Tree do take it in game 1. But looking forward to game 2.
That we are. So again, Willowkeeper up 1-0. Obviously, as you saw, and I'm sure it's been known by now, guys, there are some issues with the login servers again, and there was some earlier today. It seemed like it was fixed, and that's why we're playing, but apparently maybe something kicked back in. So hopefully not too much of a break here. Again, at the very least, I'll do my best to keep you guys updated and let you know what's going to be going on at this point. So if anything, I'll be back in the max 5 minutes. And at least with an update, hopefully a match to be coming here in game number 2. So ladies and gentlemen, sit tight. Listen to some sweet music in the meantime that I know you guys